coming out can be a very traumatic experience because everything comes to a point. Your questioning of yourself, your family, your friends, school, religion, it all starts to come to a point, and you have to start making this realization that if those really care about you, if they truly love you, they will stay with you. And if not, then you don't need them in your life in the first place. And that's very, very difficult to do when you are anyone, regardless of your age. But when you're a teenager, it changes your whole world. And I've always been bullied because of being gay, or the perception of being gay. It's very daunting. You seem like you're getting bullied from so many different areas that how or why would you even want to be gay at this point? Or you try so hard. I felt like in my experience I tried so hard not to be gay because so many different pillars of my society were telling me we're going to reject you, or at that point in American history that I was going to be murdered. This was really at the beginning of the national attention to homosexual murders, starting with Matthew Shepard in '97. So then if I was gay, then I was going to be murdered. First, my parents were going to reject me. I would officially have no friends at school. Religion as an entire identity, especially the Christian faith, would shun me, and then I would be murdered. So today it's very easy to empathize with the individuals that attempt suicide or do commit suicide, because going through that experience really opens your eyes to how much hate there is in our society when there should be so much love. Truth be told, I did try to commit suicide. Because you have literally in your head everyone against you. Everyone. No one accepts you, no one loves you. And all of these things started to manifest themselves into these physical examples of deviancy. And I was getting speeding tickets, I was getting in car accidents, and one night I turned my Jeep into a ravine and planted a 45-degree angle, and it took my parents' car to tow it out, and we went back home and they said, "Look, we can't trust you anymore. You keep doing this, and we have tried repeatedly to turn the other cheek and to trust you, and it's so hard right now to trust you. We just don't trust you." And I needed that. I needed to hear that they had rejected me, so that I had nothing else to lose. At this point, it was standing on the plank and saying, okay, well, if you don't trust me, then I'm gay. And through that, it definitely changed the topic of conversation from the Jeep to my sexuality. And the next morning, after a very honest and open conversation with my parents, I had failed to do a chore outside, and my dad was very upset that, I'm still screwing up and he's still finding out about it in other ways. This has nothing to do with my sexuality, in his head. So he comes down and he's very upset, get out there, do these chores, and then I heard my mom trying to console him and calm him down, and he said, "I'm just not doing well right now." And that really stuck with me, and I knew that I had to keep my distance from him in order for our relationship to be healthy. So I kept my distance, and for 5 months we just started going on these different paths, and we really didn't connect, even though we were under the same roof. Then I was having a choir concert for the winter in January, and I told my mom I didn't know if he was going to come because I didn't think he loved me anymore. And the next morning, we had lunch. They pulled me out of school and we had a very long conversation about how much love we have in our family and what we need from the other people. And these perceptions of, I thought you were coming from here and you thought you were doing this, and we needed that. We just needed to talk about it. We needed to communicate. Much like any relationship, all relationships depend on communication. And if I had one word of advice, that's all it would be, is to communicate. Because you can't sit back and just say, well, it's my child, I love them, be who they are. That's exactly what my dad was doing, and I thought he hated me. It's my coming out experience.